Who is better? Who should I pick? Should I go for Daniel or Fu Xuan is the right pick? And so on. It's been some time since Lunae dropped, and ever since he's been dominating the meta. Well, we were kinda expecting him to be insane, but it's like he just arrived and without even looking anywhere else, he ignored everyone and just sat on the highest stage. If that makes any sense anyway. The thing is, his kit is so busted, not because it has a lot of crazy mechanics or some kind of crazy playstyle. It's so simple and straightforward. He just deals crazy damage, and that has become the talk of the town. Now we have different content creators talking about power creep and all, which had made players confused with their decision. Before Lunae dropped, we had two sides, one who were going for Lunae and another for Fu Xuan, and a third group who doesn't give a shit. I consider myself to be on the third one. But anyways, now those two groups have kinda changed. One who are flexing the heck out of the Lunae, and the other who are freaking confused if they still want to go for Fu Xuan or not. And I'm here to help you with that. In this video, we're going to be discussing about, is Lunae a must pull? Is the mono quantum team the only way to play Fu Xuan? Or is the discussion even needed? So with that out of the way, I'm Sho, and let's get into this video. First of all, just to be safe, let me add a disclaimer so that I don't end up pissing off any big shots. Everything I'm about to say and everything I have said up till now are my personal thoughts based on personal experience, which may differ from other people. If I say anything wrong or miss anything, you all are free to remind and correct me in the comments. I respect everyone's opinion, and I hope you do the same for me. So with that out of the way, let's start with Lunae first. Now in simple terms, although he's a destruction character, Lunae kind of works like a hunt character, where hunt characters are fast and take multiple turns to do damage. Lunae on the other hand consumes multiple skill points on his turns to do massive damage. Now that allows players to build him slow so that other characters can build up skill points for him to use, and with high damage stats, so that when his turns does come around, he can dish out as much damage as possible. His level 3 basic attack has one of the highest multipliers in the entire game, and his ultimate helps him regenerate 2 skill points. His passives and even bonus stats also increase his damage. Lunae is a character that has defined what a premier DPS can offer. He's a character who works with multiple relic sets and has a vast roster of light cones to choose from. He can work fine with low investment teams, but can also demonstrate some crazy numbers if played with 5-star characters. Lunae truly is one of, if not the best damage dealer in Honkai Star Rail. But does all this makes him a must pull? Do you need to have this character? Does everyone got to have this character? Or the next character that I'm going to be talking about might be a better choice for you? Before discussing that, let's talk about Fu Xuan a bit. Now Fu Xuan is a quantum preservation character who can absorb certain percentage of damage her allies takes, making her quite unique. She also reduces the damage taken by all allies. Now even with this much, I would say she's a decent character, but she also has traits from both Harmony and Abundance characters. She can increase the whole team's crit rate and max HP, not just a single character, the whole team. She can also heal herself and her entire team with her ultimate, and it doesn't end there. She can also grant the whole team a one-time immunity from any type of crowd control debuffs. Her kit is so well designed and has so much value when compared to other preservation characters. The fact that despite the sheer amount of valuable buffs she has, but she can also apply that to the whole team and for multiple turns is crazy. Now same as Lunae, she has multiple builds. You can either go with the complete defensive build with sets like the HP set, or you can go pure damage with the quantum set. There's also the healing build that many people are recommending, which maximizes her heal from her ultimate. There are FTB Lightcone choices out there for her to use. Her versatility allows her to be played with almost every character in the game. Now I might be wrong, but in my opinion, she is going to be the best preservation character in the game for almost every scenario. I dare say she will have almost the same impact on preservation characters as Luocha had on the Abundance characters. Now after going through both of their kits, what do we think? Both of them are currently standing on the peak of their respective paths. But who is better? Now I can simply say that you shouldn't compare a preservation character with a destruction character, or choose whoever you like, or something like that, but that's not what I'm trying to discuss. We want to know who has the better value for my account. So first, let's start with discussing some misconceptions about these characters. First, let's talk about the skill point issue of Lunae, which is already solved by many content creators. You just need to play around it to maximize his damage. People said Bronya won't be able to work with Lunae, and here she is becoming one of the best pair-ups for Lunae. So there are tons of issues that get fixed after the release. Players learn to play around it, but one of the biggest misconceptions that I've heard is that Fu Xuan is only good for a mono quantum team. And yeah, she is good there, but that doesn't make her not good for other teams. Now most of you already know what a mono quantum team is and how it works, so I won't go into details. Now either you go with the standard Sealer, Silver, Lynx and Fu Xuan team, or you can switch Lynx with Qingque, or you can switch Fu Xuan with Qingque. That way you doesn't even need to have Fu Xuan. But the reason Qingque is not recommended in that team, because she's kinda inconsistent and takes a lot of skill points. But that's a talk for another video. But the thing is, this team can basically bypass the game's entire elemental weakness mechanics. It's like if you can build this team, you can literally clear any content if your Sealer has enough damage. But why this team is busted? Is it because of Sealer, or is it because of Fu Xuan? No, it's because because of Silver Wolf. She's the only necessary character you need to play this team. Now how Fu Xuan fits in this team. Fu Xuan can fill the defensive slot that was otherwise empty. She has massive buffs which can lower the gear requirements of your whole team, and if you pair her with links, which a lot of people wouldn't recommend because then there will be too much sustain, but in that aspect you can build your Fu Xuan with high damage. That way she can help offensively. With all this, I can easily say Fu Xuan is going to be the next most valuable character for the Mono Quantum team after Silver Wolf. Now does this mean she's only good for Mono Quantum team? Should you only pull for her if you want to play that specific team? I don't think so. Initially I was of the same opinion. When I dropped my analysis video on Fu Xuan, I missed a lot of things, overlooked lots of possibilities, but you guys corrected me on that. When I looked at her kit again, tons of new synergies came up. What about other characters or other teams? Blade is a character that really appreciates crit rate and HP boost because he scales of HP. Normally you would use Luocha with him for heal and extra skill points, but Luocha does not provide any help with damage. What about other characters like Jin Yuan? He is a character that really appreciates skill points so that he can stack up his Lightning Lord. That's why a lot of people use Luocha with him. But you guys probably had a situation where Jin Yuan's Lightning Lord is about to take the turn with 10 stacks and your Jin Yuans get crowd control. What happens? Lightning Lord gets pushed straight down to the end of the turn and that wastes your entire rotation. And also, what about places where your whole team gets crowd control? And you have to keep in mind that Luocha's skill only procs when your ally gets below 50% HP, otherwise it won't proc and you have to wait for your Luocha's turn to cleanse the team. In situations like these, a team with wide immunity is much more valuable. We can already see teams that can be improved with the help of Fu Xuan. If you're someone like me who never has enough crit rate, Fu Xuan can help you out. If you're constantly getting one-shotted before your Luocha can heal, Fu Xuan can help you with that as well. We all know how valuable is Luocha, and I would say Fu Xuan is going to be just as good or even better in some cases. Now I hope I have made you understand the value of Fu Xuan. So who is better? Who has more value? Let me get one thing straight first. Damage dealers will get replaced. I mean, it's freaking gacha game. And on top of that, it's a Hoyoverse gacha game. And on top of that, the game is still on its early stages. It's not even half a year yet since the game launched. The meta is still new and constantly improving. And older characters will get replaced by new ones. Just look at Genshin. Nobody even remembers Diluc, even though at one time he was the best damage dealer in the game. Just the launch of Lunae made characters like Sealer and Blade step back into the backbench. And it will happen all the time. Even if it's not because of damage, you will lose interest in a character eventually. You will always get drawn to that new and shiny 5-star. Now I'm not saying this because I hate Lunae or anything. Heck, I love Lunae. I farmed for him like crazy. I would say he's the best built character in my entire roster. But still, I might lose interest in him someday. The new characters that are coming in the next patch looks really cool. Look, Lunae still is the best damage dealer in the game. The only way others can outshine him is through elemental weakness. You wouldn't want to use a Lunae on a boss with wind or quantum weakness, right? Never. Blade or Sealer will be better there. But what if new wind and quantum characters gets released? What then? Will you stop pulling? You can't. Pulling is the main goal of a gacha game. You will always want to have that new guy, and who will make that new guy of yours do crazy damage? It's gonna be the support that stays with you till then. Now I know most of you guys are thinking, alright, Fu Xuan it is. There is nothing to talk about anymore. He's basically recommending Fu Xuan. We can already tell that. Sorry, but that's not what I'm saying. Up till now, I was just leveling the playing field between Lunae and Fu Xuan. Now I think I made you guys more confused at this point. So let me make it easier for you. I'm giving you guys 3 choices to choose from. Either you are someone who hardcore plays MOC all day, or someone casual like me. This will apply to everyone. Honkai Star's main combat system works with elemental weakness, and that's what the whole endgame is based on. And at the end of the day, you try to build your account to tackle that endgame. So there are 3 ways I would suggest. First is the come one come all way, where you try to build a solid damage dealer for every element. That way you can have a vast roster of characters to choose from based on the requirements of the content you are doing. If you choose this way, then you go for Lunae. Your first goal is to secure a damage dealer for every element, and there are plenty of F2P and 4-star supports that can help you build a team around them. The second is you're my one and only way, where you use the Mono Quantum team to shit over every content in the game. In this way, you don't have to build a lot of characters. You can just switch Sealer with other quantum damage dealers as they get released. As I said earlier, Sealer is replaceable, and if you choose this way, then you go for Fu Xuan. And until Hoyo makes another Silver Wolf with a different element, the Mono Quantum team is gonna be the most versatile team in Starville. And I don't think Silver Wolf or Fu Xuans are getting power curve anytime soon, especially not Silver Wolf. And lastly, my favorite, the who cares way, where you don't care about the meta or the MOC. You play whatever you like and pull for whatever you like, just like yours truly. Even though I have Sealer and Silver, I'm not going for Fu Xuan because there is this Ice Queen that stole my heart away. I might pull for Fu Xuan in a rerun. Now I tried to narrow down all the possibilities and gave you a simple path to follow. But still, you don't have to follow this if you don't want to. These are still just my personal thoughts on the game and its meta. And I know I'm stupid, and different people may have different opinions, and I respect that. And you don't have to follow some idiot who doesn't know shit. I ain't no Jesus, dude. I'm the same as you, and and I can be wrong. I don't care what others think or say. I vote for characters I like, and you're free to do so too. And there you have it. These are my thoughts on both the characters. I never thought it would take this long to make this video. Alright, never took that long, okay? I was busy watching anime. But anyways, after the Lunae and Xuan video, many people were asking who is better, and many were not happy with my thoughts on Xuan. So I just had to make this video to correct that. Man, I never thought I'd be putting a disclaimer in my video, but I guess it's safer for me, so that I don't end up making the entire community my enemy. But anyways, it was a fun video to work on. So thank you very much for watching. If you found this video helpful, drop a like and subscribe for more Star Rail and Genshin content from yours truly. And please share your thoughts on the matter. What do you think about these characters? And who are you pulling for in the comments? Thanks again, and I'll see you guys in my next video.